Welcome back to Blue Exorcist Anime Review Part 7. This I'm reviewing the current arc of the series, though I'm only reviewing what's been released so far. Yeah, and what's released so far is basically 32 chapters. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this arc. Like, for instance, the character Momoshiki. She and Jinzo have their wedding in chapter 90. Yep, that happens here. Renzo become no Renzo Bond basically becomes Lightning's apprentice, and Lightning starts to investigate the Blue Knight. So they have hinted at since the start of the series, and finally start investigating of why Satan decided to do this. We also get revelations that apparently Satan basically that the Illuminati were creating clone bodies of people who can basically be possessing Satan. Yep. And of course Ren turns on the the Graham school, just join with him basically so he can figure out if he's a fact demon. He's tested and it's negative. He actually is resistant to the flame, so basically he's inherited his mother's ability to resist the flame. Ren, of course, nearly gets eaten by his flame. Hair turns white, or at least changes of color, and of course he disappears. Shemi basically realizes after nearly collapsing after seeing him do this, and she realizes though, yeah, she's been in love with him the whole time. Like after his flame nearly ate him, and of course ran abandoning his brother abandoning him, Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, she realized she was in love with him the whole time, and basically Rin asks Mephisto about his mother, Urine. He wants to know about her. He's like, "Are you sure you want to know about her?" Yes. So what did he do? He gives him a special key because it's revealed. I believe it was in the one of the previous arcs that he's actually the king of time, Samuel. So he gives him a key to go back in time to when his mother was a little girl, and of course when she first met up with the man who adopted him, Shiro. And we can kind of get a little bit of highlights exactly what happened to her, like her first meeting Shiro. Shiro looked like he was probably in his, I'd say, teenage years, maybe 20ish. And of course we get a little hint of basically Shiro when she was younger too. And apparently his mother was actually in love with Shiro, and he's like, no, I'm a little, like it's like he's too old for her or something. I'm not sure what it is. And also Shira basically in present day because what happened in the previous arc, she wants to take more better care of herself. Basically, she stopped drinking. She's drinking juice, and she wants to find a life partner, probably Yukio, because she's like the only guy that she's known who could probably be interested in her that way. But I highly doubt that's gonna happen because he basically turned evil. Yep. And let's see. Yeah, and then she goes with the guy who's possessed by Satan, who basically she voluntarily bees with him. So she later on finds out that, of course, the Grigori find out she's pregnant with his child, though they don't know it's twins yet. Now, unlike in the filler episodes where it was Mephisto and Shiro basically went to fire in some cave, yeah, they're kind of like that here, but it looks like that the actors are basically assisting her in her birth, the birth of her children. Now, Ren is obviously the first one to come out, obviously, and there's actually more witnesses to this. And of course, he got the blue flames up, just like his father does. And apparently, she couldn't survive. It was rumored she couldn't survive the birth of the next child, but we never got a chance to see that particular birth because that's where Ren got knocked out unconscious because he was basically getting out of control. And I don't think he got sent back to the present. He got knocked out by Mephisto, a 40 years, one 40 years in the past. Yeah, I think the weird thing about Mephisto because he's basically the king of time. He's aware of the passage of time. Oh yeah, and Shemi is taken away by the Grigori for some reason. Yeah, apparently there's some past where it's implied to be revealed that AAA, the Paladin, might be her biological father. And the fact the woman who raised the woman who she says is her mother may not be her actual mother. That Shimmy's mother might be an aristocrat, a French aristocrat. So we get a lot of revelations about her. But I don't think they have a problem with her being in love with Ren. Of course, they haven't said anything that says a no-no for that. But here's the thing: what happened in the most recent chapter? That the cram school, minus the brothers and Shimmy, break into the Illuminati lab where they ride the frickin' zombies. That happened in the most recent chapter that came out. That's just bits and pieces exactly what happened this arc. Because this arc is a lot of stuff that happens in here. I'm just trying to remember the best I can when it comes to this particular arc. But this is definitely a good arc so far. And I'm definitely looking forward to the next chapter comes out Friday. Yep, there you go, Comic-Con this when the next chapter comes out, okay? So yeah, not much else to say about this arc. Yeah. Trying to think though. Oh yeah, Bond meets up with a couple people who know Lightning. That's the name of the right-hand man of the Paladin. Yeah, where they're actually surprised that he's actually his apprentice. Yeah, but otherwise though, that's really it. If there's stuff I missed, please be sure to basically list off in the comments below, because I think I listed off. I think I just said pretty much a lot of the stuff that I can think of that the big stuff that happened in this very arc itself, because you got a lot of stuff for Ren, Yukio, Shemi surprisingly gets a lot of character development because she's got little bits of character development over the course of the series, but not this much. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, Aizo basically is the one who figures out with she's basically Shimi's friend, the only other girl in the class, and she easily figures out though with Shimi that Shimi's in love with Ren, and she's been in love with Ren all along. Renzo, of course, is still with Illuminati, being a double agent. The only character I can think of who doesn't do anything this whole arc is probably Kentu, the kind of like the youngest member of the whole group, one who's shorter, and who's bald. Yeah, he's the only person I can think of who does nothing this whole arc. I mean, everybody gets a chance something to do. Heck, even Renzo, a guy who basically prior to revealed to be a double agent, he did virtually nothing the whole series, and all of a sudden when he became a double agent, they gave him something to do. Yep. I'm definitely looking forward to when the next chapter comes out. Like I said, on Friday. And yeah. Now, the thing with 32 Chapters, me, like, has this chapter going to start last year? No, this arc is almost 3 years ago. This is currently the longest arc of the entire series. Yeah, this has happened like 4 times now, where I jump onto a series and I finally catch up with the manga that's still being published, and it's one of the longest or the longest arc of the entire series. This happened with One Piece with Whole Cake, though that was considered to be the second longest arc of that series. It happened with Black Clover first, with the reincarnation arc, which I think just wrapped up. Yeah, I believe it just did. For Black Butler, I think it's like the Blue Music arc, and this one, the Blue Night arc. Yep, this is the 4th series in a row where when I jump into the series, it's a really, really long arc when I finally catch up with the series. Yep, so, yeah, not much else to say. Really good arc so far. Looking for the next chapter, okay? So, that's it for this particular review. Next video, I think I'm making a little time to do this. Review the newest episode of One Piece. I'm looking forward to talking about this and its new chapter of the manga, okay? But this next view. Bye.